Alrighty guys, so whether or not you know this, the Opinel is one of the most famous traditional pocket knives out there. Now this design originated in 1890 and of course these are made in France. And honestly, I am pretty new to the whole traditional market, especially in terms of higher end stuff. Again, obviously this is only 15 bucks, so it's not super high end. But in general, it is actually a traditional, whereas a lot of the cheaper stuff you might buy at, I don't know, a flea market or something like that, they might be traditional in style, but they're most definitely not made with the same quality as old traditionals. This can be purchased again on Amazon for $15. You can also get this in stores, but generally I've never found this actually in store. And I'll leave the link in the description for it. But we're just going to open this thing up and see what it's like. Again, I'm pretty new to the whole traditional market. As you can see, I've got my Crooked River, mini Crooked River here, and I'm just curious to see what these are like. Because again, for some people, this might, believe it or not, be their preferred EDC. And that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else in the box. The box is pretty simple. It just says on the back, it has the French, and then it says in the English underneath, I was born in 1890, and I'm named after my creator. I'm purchased every 10 seconds worldwide. I'm made in France. I'm made of recyclable and recycled materials. I'm your Opinel. So that's what that is. So obviously, not a real one-handed deploying knife. You can do it, but obviously it's a nail nick, so ideally you're going to open it with two hands. And then, of course, you've got that rock-solid locking mechanism right here, which is basically to turn that collar. And now the blade is locked. Not going to go anywhere. Actually, I didn't turn it all the way there. Hang on. There we go. Now the blade is locked. Won't go anywhere. And to unlock, you just turn it back the other way, and then you fold it. Now, the thing with this you have to remember is there's two versions. This is the carbon steel. There's also a stainless steel version. However, the thing with the stainless steel that you do have to remember is it's much softer. It won't hold an edge as long. It's going to need more sharpening. Whereas this is the carbon steel. It's going to hold an edge longer and need less sharpening, have better edge retention, but it will be more prone to rust. So that's why this thing comes a little bit oiled or waxed. And that's something that you're going to want to do. Make sure you don't keep it wet. Make sure you dry it off if it does get wet, and oil it or wax it periodically. Now, I'm just checking here. The edge on here, it's not bad, but definitely I could do one better on my KME here. But again, it's a nice, good carbon steel. Should hold a nice edge and take a nice edge as well. There's not a whole lot to say here. Again, you've got this, I don't know, I believe this is beechwood, but I could be wrong. But it's a nice standard wood handle. It's varnished a little bit. It's got some, seems like polyurethane or something on there. But again, it's just a really nice, elegant knife. Again, also, this is something that if you do carry one of these, I seriously doubt anyone's going to be super threatened by one of these. If you carry one of these in the workplace or, any place where, again, people are normally get scared of pocket knives, this does not look tactical at all. So honestly, if someone's honestly scared of this, I think they just might need to give up on life. But honestly, that's all I can say here. If we compare it again, obviously, not at all going to be the same in terms of action, because again, it is fundamentally a two-handed operating knife, whereas obviously any modern folder is going to be one-hand operated, highly easy and fast to deploy. But in the grand scheme of things, for most people, the speed of deployment isn't a critical issue. It's just sort of something that knife nuts like ourselves generally like to, talk about, oh, my knife deploys super fast. But in the grand scheme of things, speed is not always of the essence. And again, this is certainly something nice that maybe even if you don't carry this every day, this is something nice to keep in a backpack, keep in a drawer somewhere, maybe in your desk drawer or something. It's just a real nice tool. And again, it's the old but gold, sort of the oldie but a goodie type thing. So honestly, I'm going to use this for a week. Now, I gotta say, I'm not going to EDC this because unfortunately, I'm just not going to let go of modern folders. I just can't do it. For me, one-handed deployment is more of an issue. It's not so much the speed, but just the one-handed versus two-handed deployment. But nonetheless, I will try to use this as much as I can in the next week so that I can give you an honest take on what it's like. But that has been my unboxing of the Opinel Carbon Steel number 8. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a like. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them below. And if you want to see more, get subscribed.